Hi guys, welcome to the content writing workshop presented to you by Yuva. I am your mentor Harsh. I usually open up the last 7 minutes that we spent for an introduction session, but since it was so bitch cold silence here, I did not thought of going into this thing. Just one thing, as we move forward into the session, guys. This is actually about a life skill that you are learning. Content writing is something outside your course. That's why you've taken it. You are well aware of the internship as well. So you'll have to show your enthusiasm, show your engagement here, and show your participation here. So open up the cameras, be here, and raise your hand if you want to say anything or ask anything. Because off to this cold start, I believe the end would be better. So I am Harsh Arora, and I am from the cleanest city of India. That's Indore. I've been forever. I have had two passions, where one was to know about the engines, to know about the cars and different machines, and to be in front of the camera, like right now I am. So I started pursuing my engineering and also started vlogging. Meanwhile, it all took uh, the formula itself presented a result in 2021 when I started working for an agency, when I decided to join a digital marketing agency and a marketing agency. And that's where everything flipped. I was vlogging, I was podcasting at that time, I had a startup, and now I was into this phase where I wanted to have a job. So I started working. After 2 years of working there, last 1 year has been building my own agency, and we are providing different services. By far, I have personally worked with 25 plus companies on different levels. So my experience or my touch with this field started back from 2017. So I am in this field for so long, and hence I think Yuva, the team Yuva, gave me a chance to help you out. So as much enthusiasm as I am getting here too, I want you guys to reciprocate. Cool. Give me lit emojis in the chat if you are all so here.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. No thumbs up, clients give me thumbs up. We are not oldies. We know the keyboard shortcuts and emoticons. Give me lit emoji in the chat. Do some mehnat. Amazing. Let's go. Let's go. Which part of the country majorly you from? Or you can just tell your name and your city where you're from. Bangalore. Nice city, but very traffic. Very much traffic. Okay, okay. A lot of answers. Bangalore, Jaipur, Bangalore, Kerala. Wow, Bangalore. Majorly three are from Bangalore, one from Jaipur, and one from Kerala. That's nice. Amazing. And I'm from Indore, so there's a great diversity here. Bangalore. You guys can see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Perfect. Perfect. Cool. So, this is our first session where we will be establishing what content writing means here. Before that, what what brings you to content writing? Why content writing and not the other courses? Okay, I'll move ahead. Um, yeah, I'll not give a lot of bracket of time, right? So be enthusiastic, be very uh, upfront with answers. So, what content writing means in Industry 2.0 is everybody now can read in the chat box. It's okay. You expressing is different. Expression is the main thing in content writing. You need to come in the front foot and explore that part of your expression. So this needs to be a habit. It should be a part of you now. Content writing should be a part of you, not you are learning how to write, but you should let the writing come to you, flow through you, and you be in touch with it every time. So industry, for everyone who just shared in the chat box, that's great, amazing, nice. So industry 2.0, basically, first, like to begin with, industry 2.0 is a, a time where actually internet happened, and then writers were connected to a lot of people throughout the country, throughout the world, and throughout their different regions. So that exposed writers to a lot of different perspective, set of writings, and different interpretations of different situations. Before that, content writers were writing magazines, newspapers, books, which were published and shared throughout one region, two states, 10 cities, like that, because the mobility, the transportation, or that ease of communication or ease of sharing the data was not there. Sharing the writing piece was not there as we have now. So that is the difference in industry 2.0, and what content writing means here. We will understand it, and what the skills we should be nurturing as a content writer. Also, when we start content writing here, it will majorly be talking to you as a part of marketing. So how does a brand or a personal brand, you guys all know about personal branding? So basically, personal branding means when an individual tries, not tries, but strategically approach his or her audience and shares either knowledge, memes, or their fair, unusual approach to a certain things. And then you are connected to that individual, which becomes the face of a company. Or if not a company, he or she is a face and an identity as a brand altogether. Like KFC, McDonald's, everything, Nike, Adidas, that comes to our mind is a company, is their product. But when I talk to you about Technical Guruji, he is a person, and he has established himself as a brand, as an expert in certain fields. So a brand starts with one niche, like Technical Guruji started with one niche of technology, and then now he has diversed all of his information and all of the knowledge throughout the time period he was on the internet, making and exploring and giving the knowledge that he had at that point of time. to the audience. Similarly, if we see um, Bhuvan Bam, if we see Ashish Chanchlani, or someone as a YouTuber making it big, as an Instagram person making it big, as a LinkedIn influencer making it big, that's a personal brand. A person who shows and depicts him or herself as a brand, positions him or herself as a brand, is personal branding. Now, for example, if I want to become a personal brand, I will choose a niche for myself, and then I'll start writing content about it. I would start sharing my knowledge on that particular field that I have chosen. And with that knowledge, I will interact with the community. I will get to know and share a few bits of knowledge that I have with different people, learn from them, and I'm building my authority over that community by constantly sharing my persuasive content to that community, to that field. So, brand and personal brand, we will be talking about these two things here. So, there are four things that content writing means in this industry. First and foremost, it's the first essential step to enter the digital marketing sphere. We all know, if I want to get onto this particular screen, if I want to get onto any social media platforms, YouTube, anything, Netflix, I need to start writing. So it becomes a very essential part, a very essential element of digital marketing, that you need to write the scripts, the hoardings, the paper articles, the blogs. So not just paper articles will be a part of your writing, but if those articles are taken up on the app, that's also digital marketing. You then take out bits and pieces and promote it. Now, when we have entered this big niche of digital marketing, who do we talk to? I will talk to a specific audience, a set of people. And this target audience can be defined in different ways. It can either be on the basis of age, it can be on the basis of region, it can be on the basis of cities, it can be on the basis of interests, behavior, the corporation they are associated with, the company they are associated with, the schools they go. It can be talking to a specific target audience who like a particular actor. So these are all different type of target audiences that we speak to when we are writing. So that we do this thing because we want to deliver our message to that right audience, to that audience who will actually interact with my content, read it, share it, give me some suggestions over it, make a post about it. Basically, they will engage with my post. They will engage with my content piece. They will engage with my content that I have written. And hence, I will talk to specific target audience. And it will help me also to actually get in more different ways of looking at a particular situation. Right? In a group, let's say all the Marvel fans will be interested in any Marvel content piece that I will write or I will share. And when I talk about different Marvel audiences, there are different people. One who are crazy defenders, one who are crazy opposers, one who are moderately okay on the favor side of Marvel. Some people would just be calling out different, curious and different angles to actually come up with more questions. And that's the audience that you're talking to in Marvel also. So I have different four brackets now, and I can talk from the bracket of a confused and question asking Marvel fan, that is this happened and that has happened before, and if I join the dots, would this be the next thing? And then I write my opinion on it, and all the Marvel fans will read it if that content piece is good enough. Now, when I am writing it, I am writing it from, let's say, XY publication, the content piece that I just wrote for, from the confused Marvel fan point of view to a specific target audience of Marvel. What did I do from XY publication? I started a conversation. I started a conversation and I published it from my brand, that is XY publication. What did this help me to do when a Marvel fan read it and shared it, and then some other person shared it? Then they all have a common group and saying, you are not right. Okay, you are maybe on the right path, but what I'm saying is the right choice here. It started a conversation. And when I did all of these things, when I repeatedly shared content over Marvel again and again and delivered it in a very great, persuasive language for everyone, that is a Marvel fan, that target audience, I am making my brand awareness over there. I'm making people aware about XY publication is there who is a Marvel fan. And this practice, when we do, it becomes the part of your identity as a brand. So it becomes important, right? When I said in the beginning that you must let yourself communicate, don't hesitate, and you must let yourself out of those blogs that we create for ourselves in the light of others. Now, what I mean here is we think what people will think about us. So, why do we have to go to these two layers? Speak yourself, let others do their job. You have already succeeded. You're already two steps ahead of them because you just have loaded off yourself from a certain thought which was keeping you low. And everything that you write, that you say, you must strive to give clarity. And from brand's perspective, you must and must and must give clarity in your content. It cannot be a dicey content that you write. You're saying, okay, this can be, as a confused Marvel fan, I tossed a question, but XY publication had their opinion on it and gave clear idea to what XY publication thought. And at the end of it, they called the reader to make an action. By called the reader, I don't mean they actually called them, rang it up and said that, oh, do this action. No, that's not the thing. They made them do, or indirectly they asked them to either share this article with a Marvel fan or comment your thoughts over it or interact further with another content piece that is related to this particular theory of ours. But your content must provide clarity. Anything so far that you want to ask, something that has gone above and over your head? Cool, cool, cool. Satyam has no doubt. Okay, Satyam. Uh, I feel like I'm talking to some bots, but it's okay. It's okay. I can. You're grown ups. Yeah, come on. So now, if you have, if the content is too hard to understand for people, no, that's the thing. You need to be very. We don't need to become Shashi Tharoor when we write in a language. But if you are talking to a specific target audience, we'll have to speak to them. So when a brand is communicating, it is communicating to people at large. So as a writer, we need to understand all the brand come from a big position with a lot of money, maybe. But who is actually going to read? It's not the brand who will be reading the content. We will have to be outward facing. We will have to see what people want to read. And then in their language, we will uh, bundle up a content that we want to deliver to them, but in their language. Make sense?
Mm, uh,
Yeah.
so, and if the something like missing or not up to the mark for the brand, how can we explain that? Like nothing can be perfect. If the how can we explain that thing?
I did not get you. Be very comfortable. Don't force any language on yourself.
Mm, like if there any problem with that brand, like
Hmm.
people don't like any problems. How can they we explain the problems to them? Like in a polite way or like they should not mind the problem.
Can you give an example here? That's a great thing that you have asked, Srishan.
Let's take the Apple products. Everything is okay, but the battery is the only drawback. We should force the audience, like people, to buy. How can we?
Oh, that thing comes a little further in the content. Before content, they go to branding. So, branding is a altogether different thing. Um, there might be issue with the battery of iPhone, but then iPhone is not for someone who cannot afford a power bank. It's just iPhone is not about you are a person who can just afford things. iPhone gives you a feeling that you are more than affordable. You are above the mark. You are in the elite class. Wherever you go, you'll have the accessibility, and with that, you will have a lot of features. So you need to make a chart. You need to see what all things are the cons or the negatives of it, and then what are the positives of it, and then circle it and zoom out in your brain. Where do you want to see your brand? And then start writing on the pros. That's how a brand actually works. They never talk about their battery unless in their one of the recent couple of months back ad when they were actually, if you might have watched that video where Apple was showing that you can record videos for a long time, where a kid was trying to break that brick with his arm, a karate, he was learning karate and all, and a guy was shooting it for the perfect moment when it breaks, but it did not happen. And then they come up with this thing that helps you, Srishan.
Yes, sir.
Perfect. Yeah, fair, NM. Neha, right? If I'm not wrong, yeah. So yeah, fair. That's what it is. You need to be very clear. You should speak to your target audience, and you need to give them a clarity on what they should do with the information that you've shared, with the humor that you have encapsulated in them, and make them do something. That's fair enough. These are four major objectives that we take with content writing. First is we enter the digital sphere. Second is we are creating a professional viewpoint of our brand in the minds of our audience. We were writing content, we created brand awareness. With this brand awareness, after some time, we are getting into the professional part of it, where we are describing our mission, our vision, our proficiencies, and all. So we start building that professional viewpoint over and over when we start writing content. And when you've done this thing, this layers up to the next level of that depth of content writing for a brand. That is, you demonstrate the expertise in your industry. You've created your professional viewpoint, you've made your target audience, you've started awareing them about your brand. When you've started awareing about your brand, you've given the professional viewpoint with them. Now after certain point of time, when you've written 200, 250 content pieces, people are now interacting a lot with your content piece, and now you have authority over everything. This authority of your brand, and as you are creating it as a writer, so your authority over that audience of brand shows how brand is actually expert in their industry. I am speaking a lot to you guys, and I am demonstrating my expertise by giving brief, by giving thoughts and sharing the insights that I have learned throughout these years. That demonstrates the expertise in this industry. That is important to build trust, to gain loyalty, to have people involved in the community of that mindset which the brand wants to tap into or develop. When we do all of these things, at the end, we are doing it for the brand, for a business, right? Personal branding is also a business. What do we expect in a business? As a business person, give me an answer. What do you expect after doing all of these things? Yeah, returns. That's it. And the fourth point is that only you enhance the conversion rate. Yeah, here conversion rate means people who have interacted with your content, you've built loyalty with them, they have been interested in your content, they've been coming, sharing, promoting your content. And now when you give them a clear content piece where you say, now it's the time, maybe after building a loyalty, we are launching a loyalty program and you must enroll in this. That's when the conversion rate happens. The basic and the major conversion rate means where the money is actually flowing into the business. And what the another part is, for it to grow and make it profitable, yes. And another part of conversion rate is to making them your member of community, like for the brand's community, so that it helps the brand to understand where the community is building the roots most, and then they can bank on it more. This is a proper flow if you see. very basic and very straightforward. Yet, when you start implementing it, you will get to know the nuances of it. And that will help you develop your thought process in a way which is not just right for you, but what is right for others. What do they want to listen? Is is a word bothering them? Maybe I should replace that word and use something else. And that's how you start your journey. Over the period of time, you develop, you show your viewpoint, demonstrate your expertise, and then you make them convert as a potential lead, as a customer, as a community member, as a newsletter subscribed person, whatever you want. But that's a struggle, that's a journey that you go through. The Everything's clear. Does anybody have has anything that they want to ask? Perfect, perfect. Cool. Now, what do you say? I've been speaking a lot, and lot and encouraging you guys as well. Does anybody wants to introduce himself herself here? We'll just take a quick 2 minutes if everybody's okay. Yeah,
Hello.
yeah. Hi. Maybe we can raise the hand and we can go one by one. Yes, Yukti.
Hello guys, I'm still studying second year of journalism and mass communication at Manipal, Bangalore.
Great. Hi, Yukti. Who's next? How do you pronounce your name? Is it Kher? Kher?
It's hello, sir. Okay, it's Kirtana. So, hello, everybody. I'm Kirtana. I'm studying in Christ Junior College, Bangalore. I'm still in my second year pre-university. So, yeah, that's it.
Interesting. Welcome. Kirtana, right?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Why Kir?
I just thought it was like it's my nickname, so I just put it in my Gmail.
Interesting, interesting. Great. Welcome to the cohort, Kir. All the best.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, Neha.
So I'm actually in 11th. So I'm studying humanities and informatic practices. And I like the writing and it's related to AI and stuff as well, is what I've heard from Yuva. So I thought it'd be helpful.
Yeah, that is, that is.
Thank you
Which
so much.
subjects? Humanities you're doing, right?
Yeah.
Interesting. Wow. All the best, Neha. Welcome to the cohort.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, Satyam.
Hello, sir. I'm Satyam, and I'm from Jaipur, and I'm studying in Birla Public School in 11th standard commerce.
Interesting, interesting. You have a great bassy voice, Satyam. Have you tried radio jockings anytime? Or is
No,
it
sir.
because of the weather?
No, sir. It's actually because of the weather.
Ah, but this weather effect has given a bassy voice to it, which will do
Thank you, sir.
great in radio jockeying. Amazing.
Thank you, sir.
All the best, Satya, and welcome to the cohort. Ah, yep. Okay. How do you pronounce your name, Miss Shah or Mr.
Uh, Hello,
Miss
sir.
Shah?
I'm Parishi Shah. So I'm from
Patishi.
Kerala. Yes,
What
Parishi.
does it mean?
Angel.
Oh, nice.
Yes. So I'm from Kerala, but now I'm studying in Bangalore, in Mount Carmel University. And I'm doing BCom professional. I'm in my first year. Yes.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice.
Yes.
Interesting. Welcome to the cohort, Parishi. And is there any specific reason for double I?
I don't know. My mom just kept it. There was some reason she told me long back. I think for luck or something.
Yeah.
Something with the spelling, yes.
Sing. Yes, yes.
Yeah.
So welcome to the cohort. All the best, Parishi.
Thank you.
Great, great, great. Now we have skills that we will be acquiring as a content writer here, because we need to understand that there are certain set of things that go into content writing on a conscious level, which you need to address and be on that. The first is versatility. Take it from an example point of view or analogy point of view. You talk to your friends, acquaintance, teacher, seniors, juniors, and your parents, all in different tone and different choice of words, and in different manner as well. With senior, you would be like, okay, now I've spent some time in the school, in the college, and I will now be, standing as an equal. I'll not be bullied. Whereas when the juniors are there, you tend to, make them go through the process that you went through to have themselves believe that they are here in the next year. So at the same time, when you're interacting with the junior, you're receiving a call from your parent, you'll just step aside and you'll be altogether a different person. You'll be very frank. Your tone will be differed, and your choice of words there will differ. And that's what versatility here means. So when a brand is coming to you and you are writing the content for them, a brand will not just fit into just one marketplace or one target audience. Like, for example, we were talking about Marvel, there were four different audiences. I was writing from one's perspective for all four. But now, as a content writer, I need to produce a lot of content, and I need to cater to four different target audiences, four different ways, and one altogether way. So now you're interacting in five different ways. For the confusing people, you're getting to them with a confusion and providing your thought, your theory, and your issue to it, and then giving them a clear idea of what you want to do with that particular conversation or that particular content that you've written for them. Or the pro Marvel supporters, you're going to them and speaking about the greatness of Marvel characters from throughout. But in real life, it's a little different. Marvel also talks to a lot of things. That's also real life example. But as a writer, when you're working in an agency, you might be in a team where you'll have three different brands. One can be from food and beverage industry. One can be from hospitality industry. One can altogether different from education industry, and you'll have to write content for three of them. See, you cannot write very funny jokes like you are writing for cafe in food and beverage sector for an education sector. You'll have to give them not a very funny joke which will just be taken for granted, but a joke where either it's a maths joke or a physics joke or maybe some economic joke. And in the hospitality industry, you will have a specific target audience. And so you'll not joke around with them. They are into serious profession. Education is also serious, but the target audience there is students and teachers. So for students, we'll make jokes. For teachers, we'll make a little professional approach. Now, all of these different ideas of which joke to write, what to understand, and how are people reacting, and what things should I deliver to the different target audience in the education industry as well, will come from. This will all come from your research oriented content, where you will represent the information that you have gathered from your extensive research. And by extensive, I really mean extensive. You cannot just go on the first result on the Google that you get and just copy paste it and rewrite it and do the thing. It will be the brand's image in your hand at that point of time. So you need to represent authentic information in your content so that it builds trust of the audience who is reading it as well. Third is communication skill. That is, you need to be courteous enough to establish a professional relationship. So, like Zomato, I have talked a lot about Zomato in the further sessions, but like Zomato actually speaks a lot to their customers. They share the screenshots of the DMs that they get, the replies that they give in the comment box, and that all comes up and sums up in a way where they're actually interacting in a very professional way with them. That's funny, that's casual, but casual professional is also a term where you are making jokes, but you are in a limit. Okay, this is the limit. And as a writer, also, you will have to make it clear for the people, for the brand that you're working with, that it's a professional relationship. But you need to be very courteous about it. You need to be very humble about it. You cannot go around and say, hey, I come from a lot of big mentor background and I'll not be bullied. Okay. You take this particular content piece and this will have to work. This is not something that we are going into. Yeah. This is not a Delhi Noida Gurgaon fight that we'll get into. We have to, it's a relationship that we are establishing here. Fourth is prioritizing quality. Every time we prefer quality uh, clothes, quality sunscreen, quality hair cream, hair oil, food oil, anything that we take is quality. And to make our content piece a quality content piece, we need to go through a journey of writing quantity content pieces. You'll have to write at least. When I started, uh, the first day at my job, I actually wrote. There is a style of content writing which is copywriting. We will get to know about it in the later sessions. But I actually wrote almost 200 plus copy pieces, out of which 20, hardly 20 were selected. But those 20 then gave me an idea of how to write better. And on this journey of striving and banking more on those 20 thoughts and 20 representation of content, I wrote next 2 days, I wrote 120, 130 more content pieces, more copy sets. And now the approval rate was much more. It was almost 45%. So out of 120, 45 would be around 50, 45, 50%. Or 50 copy pieces. So you need to write quality, but before that, you need to get into the quantity zone. You need to write, you need to show. Because it cannot be the first content piece that you write will explode the internet. You'll have to write, you'll have to write. You cannot give up on it. You need to, if you need to make a great content writer, you'll have to write. You have to write. No other way. No other way. The next four sets are SEO, that stands for search engine optimization. You will get to know more about it in the further sessions. And this is a technical way of reaching out to our particular target audience. And search engine is like Google, Yahoo, Binge, where we are going and searching, and there are different websites that come up as results. And those websites that are coming up as the result, they are optimized. They are on the basis of search engine, they are optimized. They have used the right strategy, they have used the right keywords, they have used the right approach and made it to the right space. And hence you are getting, as an audience, when you're searching this particular thing, you get them on the top results. Those blogs or those websites which come up with AD in the block on either on the left or right of their name, those are ads. They are not SEO like so search engine optimized websites. They are just ads. Sixth is proofreading. You need to go through your content carefully, pick out every mistake, is the comma, everything, carefully read out. Because when you give this quality content, this quality content better be error free. That will make it quality. You need to be observant, you need to understand. So you are acting here as a bridge. Okay, you are this bridge. This is consumer or your target audience, this is the brand. You need to be observant as a bridge. What does brand want to convey to its audience? You will be the person who will share this thing to the audience. So you need to be observant. You need to comprehend what brand wants to share with the client and what clients are actually engaged with. So, for example, if there is an adventure park that you are writing for, and that adventure park wants you to promote their mountain coasters more. Now you are like, no, 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 we will just promote swimming pool and everything. No, you cannot go like this. Instead, you will say, okay, I'll promote mountain coaster. And then you will see what different ways are teenagers, are youths, and people with family interacting with different pages or different content of adventure park or theme parks. And you will then write according to it. That's what being a bridge means. You need to understand, you need to comprehend both sides. And eighth is punctuality, and here punctuality doesn't mean on time, but it means before time. Because there is a chain of approval that goes in, and if any one of that person lets you down and says that there is a mistake and you need to rewrite it, you'll have to go back to square one and start writing. And suppose tomorrow in the morning 10 o'clock the content has to go live, what will happen if you just submit it in the morning and everything has fired back at you? No way, right? That's why it means before time. Anything that you feel is overwhelming for you, or everything is clear and understandable here? All clear, all clear. I believe you guys all have this on your report card as well, because this is the last slide of this session. You guys have all clear on your report cards as well? Oh, ho, ho. The utter silence. Okay, yes, sir. Nice. Great, yeah, great. At least you have it, Miss Shah. Miss Shah sounds so rich, Miss Shah. Great, clear. Okay, guys. So we will meet in the next session. If you have any doubt, you can reach out to me on this particular mail. I'm writing it down on in the chat. My other email has got full. Or you could head down to the Insta handle that I have added on there, Unusual Harsh. That's it for today's session. I hope, yes, the recordings will be shared with you. I hope the next time we all meet, we are not this shy. We are more interactive and also, showing up your faces, because I feel like I'm talking to bots. That's true.